Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, trying to Voyager. It is the DAUG here, and it's time for my week one college predictions. Now, of course, there were games last week, which I'm going to get to. Now, of course, I will be doing my college predictions here at my school. I go to ECPI every week. Of course, if you're looking for the NFL ones, well, in that case, you will have to watch Sunday because those will be done with Madden. Those will be the week one picks for the NFL happens Sunday around 2 o'clock. After that, when we go to week two they'll probably be on a Tuesday night, most likely, or Wednesday at the latest. Other than that, get to the picks. Now, of course, so I can keep an eye on everything. Bring those down, and there we go. This will work for everybody. Stupid thing. Probably should have did a little bit of this editing beforehand, but that's all right. We know I'll get used to it eventually. All right, here we go. Really, I did not want that up. All right, there we go. All right. Edit this one a bit as well. All right. Stupid fourth one. All right. Of course, this past Saturday we had a few games. UMass defeated Dunswick. Rice defeated Paraview. Hawaii beat Colorado State, but I actually got to watch that game. That was a very good game. And Wyoming beat New Mexico State. Okay, let's get to the Thursday games. On Thursday, we have UCF, who is ranked number 21 against UConn. That game is at 7 o'clock. You can watch that on ESPNU. That's ESPN University. I will be taking UCF to win it on the road on that one. Next one is New Mexico State coming off a loss playing Minnesota on the Big Ten Network. I will have Minnesota at home winning the game. Next, we have Central Connecticut versus Ball State on ESPN+. I will be taking Ball State. Keyshawn State versus Georgia State. I will be taking Georgia. And those are at 7 o'clock as well. And you can watch those on ESPN+. The 8 o'clock games for Thursday, I have Southeastern Louisiana beating UL Moore. Northwestern beating Purdue, which you can watch that one on ESPN this Thursday. On the CBS Sports Network, it's Wake Forest versus Tullahan. I'm taking Wake Forest. That's at 8 o'clock. Also at 8 o'clock. Pretty much all these games are at 8 till we get to Northwestern State, okay? I have UAB beating Savannah State. Missouri State beating Oklahoma. Getting Oklahoma State beating Missouri State. Utah beating Weber State. And those are the 8 o'clock games. Your two last games on Thursday. Northwestern State against Texas A&M. I am taking Texas A&M. And then, of course, the 10 o'clock game Thursday, it is UC Davis taking on Santa Rosa State. I am taking Santa Rosa State. Friday night at 6 o'clock, it's Syracuse versus Western Michigan. I got Western Michigan. Eastern Michigan stays at home to play Mammoth. I am taking Eastern Michigan. Michigan State, the 11th ranked team in the country, plays Utah State. I am taking Michigan State. Duke versus Army. Duke's got the home field advantage in that game. I am taking Army, though, to win on the road. You can watch that one at ESPNU at 7 o'clock. If you want to watch Michigan State, that's on the Big Ten Network. And Syracuse is on the CBS Sports Network. And Eastern Michigan is on ESPN+. Going to the 9 o'clock game on ESPN, it is Western Kentucky going against Wisconsin, who's the 4th ranked team in the country. I'm taking Wisconsin on home at 9 o'clock on Fox Sports 1, I believe it is. I'm taking Stanford beating San Diego State. Also at 9 o'clock, it is Portland State versus Nevada. I'm taking Nevada. And at 9:30 on the CBS Sports Network, it is Colorado going against Colorado State. I am taking Colorado. Of course, September 1st, we have a lot of games going on that day, as it is the big opening day for college football. I'm going to go start off with my mom's Maryland Terrapins. They are at home playing against the 23rd ranked team, the Texans, the Texas Longhorns. I'm taking the Texas Longhorns. Sorry, Mom. Maryland's in a dire strait right now. Marshall plays Miami of Ohio at 3:30. I am taking Marshall on that one. That one will be on ESPN+. I'm taking my Fighting Irish Notre Dame to beat 14th ranked Michigan on NBC. Notre Dame's ranked 12. Hopefully we can win that one and move up the ladder. All right, now these are the games that will all those games were pretty much teams I keep an eye on mostly. My mom's a Terps fan. Marshall. I just keep an eye on Marshall games because of the movie We Are Marshall, if I'm being honest. And Miami High, I don't care about. And, of course, Notre Dame. That's my school. 12 o'clock, Ohio State takes on Oregon State. I'm actually taking Oregon State in the upset here. Ohio State kind of looks iffy right now because of what's happening off the field. See if it has an effect. That game's on ABC. 7th ranked Oklahoma takes on Florida Athletic. I'm taking Oklahoma where the scene comes swinging down the plains. Yeah, go Oklahoma. I got TCU over Southern, and that's another 12 o'clock game. On the Big Ten Network at 12 o'clock, you got Kent State versus Illinois. Am I being too loud myself?
No, you're fine. I was looking for somebody.
All right. Sorry about that, one of my counselors. Anyway, I got Illinois over Kent State at 12 o'clock. That's on the Big Ten Network. Also on the Big Ten Network, it is Texas State versus Rutgers. I am taking Rutgers. East Carolina plays South Carolina. Coastal Carolina, Ohio State plays South Carolina. I'm taking South Carolina. Ole Miss plays Texas Tech. I'm taking Ole Miss. James Madison plays the Wolfpack of North Carolina State. I am taking the Wolfpack. Don't turn your back on the Wolfpack. Boom, 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 boom. We have Temple taking on Villanova. I'm taking Temple. Houston takes on Rice. I'm taking Houston. Clemson takes on Furman. I'm taking Clemson. That's one of those easy games that they should win easily. Georgia State I have over LaCorn State, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Boston College over UMass. By the way, Boston College and UMass, that's at 1 o'clock. At 2 o'clock, we have Air Force over Stony Brook. Ohio over Howard. Number 3 ranked Georgia. I have them beating Austin Peay. The big game at 3:30 is number 6 ranked Washington taking on number 6 Auburn. I am taking Washington on the road in an upset victory. That is the Chick-fil-A kickoff game, so that will be on ABC. Or if it's not, check your local listings, but it should be on ABC. Penn State takes on Appalachian State. I'm taking Penn State. That's my lock of the week. West Virginia goes to plays Tennessee at home. I'm taking West Virginia. That game is on CBS at 3:30. I have Pittsburgh over Albany. Central Michigan losing to Kentucky. Iowa beating Northern Illinois. Wyoming beating Washington State. And those are the 3:30 games. Moving on to 4 o'clock, I have 15-ranked USC beating UVLA at 4 o'clock. By the way, the USC game can be seen on the Pac-12 network. On Fox, it will be North Carolina versus California. I have California in that game. Missouri over UT Martin. That's also at 4 o'clock. Arkansas over Eastern Illinois. This is the last 4 o'clock game. At 6 o'clock, I have Boise State ranked number 22 in the country, beating Troy. Old Dominion beating Liberty. Charlotte beating Foreman. North Carolina A&T beating Eastern Carolina. South Florida beating Illinois. My upset pick of this week is the Richmond Spiders over the Virginia Cavaliers. Buffalo over Delaware State. South Carolina State over Georgia Southerner. Gambler over Louisiana. Toledo over UMI. Arkansas State over Southern Missouri State. Memphis over Mercer. By the way, this is the 7 o'clock game, so if you want to know the time, look them up yourself. At this point, Central Arkansas losing to Tulsa. Louisiana Tech beating South Alabama. And then I thought Alabama only had the War Tide. That was about it. Yeah, learn something new every day. Southern Mississippi beating Jacksonville State. Cincinnati beating UCLA. Indiana beating Florida International. Kansas beating Nicholas. South Dakota losing to Kansas State. Stephen F. Austin losing to 18th ranked Mississippi State. I have Mississippi State. Florida over Charleston Southern. Again, if I mispronounce any of these names, I apologize. Middle Tennessee over Vanderbilt. Kidding, Vanderbilt over Middle Tennessee. SMU over North Texans. Northern Arizona over UTMP. And the big games at 8 o'clock. I have Alabama easily beating Louisville. Oregon beating Bowling Green. Nebraska beating Akron. Baylor beating Auburn Christian. South Dakota State in an upset over Iowa State. New Mexico getting a W over Indiana's Ward. Fresno State at 10 o'clock over Idaho. At 10:30, have Arizona State over UTSA. BYU over Arizona. And then, of course, the last game at 11 o'clock, I have Hawaii over Navy. Sunday, September 2nd, which is at 7:30 on ABC. It is the big game. As many of you know, this is the only time you'll probably see 2 big-name colleges on a Sunday with NFL starting up. I have Number 8, Miami beating number 25, LSU. And then, of course, Monday, September 3rd on ESPN, it would be Virginia Tech versus Florida State. I am going with Virginia Tech as much as it pains me to beat Florida State. So those are my college picks. Let me know what you think. Do you agree or disagree? And until next time, I will see you hopefully tonight and tomorrow for Resident Evil Code Veronica X. So until then, have a good night, everybody.